Yes, the high street.
Yeah.
And its demise.
It's really relevant this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we have HMV's gone now. Tesco's selling horse meat and burgers.
Well, they're on receipt. Have they gone on receipt?
They've gone,
Jessop's as well.
Jessop's gone into administration. And I had a big discussion with the people in Exeter about this, and sort because I'd nipped down there and sort of said, "What do you think about it?" And you know, it was a divided chat really, because a lot of people say, "Well, you know, I used to go there for my box sets, and you always know that they'd have box sets, and they always do good deals on the box sets." And what I noticed in that, there was about an apathy in the fact that those brands weren't really doing anything new.
It's transient technology.
Yeah.
That you know, video, the formats have changed, but the formatting of business hasn't changed. And I think there was so much control by, you know, Walmart and the big distribution companies that I think they've genuinely thought this will never happen to us. We will continue to be the big players.
I'm just really shocked that brands like that. I mean, Blockbuster did adapt a little bit. They started to look at streaming. And they obviously must have looked at the big picture and gone, Jesus, how do we catch up with sort of Netflix and Amazon and all these other companies? But what's also amazing is how easily we've allowed Amazon to be our provider up, because you want it, you click on it the night and it comes the next day.
Well, I think things like Blockbuster,
crazy.
I think they're franchises, and it must be very difficult for franchises to adapt, because if your big main head office rolling down this model that they perfected, if that model then becomes irrelevant, like the way technologies and video has, how do you change that? You've really got to realise that your business is about to disappear and move on, I think. You know,
I think you know, some brands and some established businesses that have a certain model, they're just going to die, because disruption, part of the technology disruption is that you're optimising the person to person, the P2P, if you want, the person to person interaction. Like now, I can order my box sets from Amazon. I can order my hardware from Amazon. I can get all my stuff for, and all the shops who have been smart, some of the smart independent shops are linked in on Amazon and showing their stuff on there.
The locker cupboard system that you started using.
Yeah, I mean, lockers. It's about convenience. We're talking about convenience now.
Staples that they've got a bank of Amazon lockers at the back.
Right, and councils are not doing themselves any favours, because they're charging for you to go parking at certain times of day. And, you know, you've got this whole thing of, right, I'm going to go into town, I'm going to go and park, I'm going to go to this place. Alternatively, you can have them sent to a locker in the back of Staples on a Saturday, if you know that nobody's going to be in the office or at work, and you're worried about your post arriving, and you can have it sent on Saturday to that as part of your sort of walk around Saturday shopping.
Post office boxes have been around for a while, haven't they? That you can go in, you get a key to go and unlock.
They have,
box,
but the problem has been that they didn't have the digital connection.
Yeah,
they didn't have the SMS and all that, and yet we've had it for so long. And I guess they just got a bit complacent. Yeah. I see it as a lot of complacency.
But I do like in the high street, although it's like Woolworths has gone and the big shops, and people are always saying high streets have become very generic. But with things like, you know, Jack Cragg's is a coffee shop with the barbers in it. Yeah. And I know in
hybrids.
Hockley,
we want hybrid shops.
There is a new independent record store appeared. Yeah. You know, Hockley seems to be really thriving at the moment. I mean, it's still not top of its game, and it's not slick corporate, but that's what we kind of love about it, that it is a bit rough around the edges and real and independent.
I'm just really surprised that HMV, with their sort of their brand and their presence on the high street, didn't start looking at social media a couple of years ago and sort of doing in-store things, you know, like being a little bit more interactive with their audience and sort of really pushing things to them.
I think a lot of these big companies didn't embrace practitioners and advocates early enough. I still don't think they're embracing advocates. Yeah. You know.
But we will see now an upsurge in independents filling those gaps. I think that's going to happen. I think you're going to see a lot more shops. I think you'll probably see a lot of eBay kind of style shops where you go in and then they list it on the web for you, or they'll sell you.
Or some collaborations.
One thing I've got to add is that we don't need any more coffee shops. We simply do not need that much coffee. I don't need that much coffee in my life.
Social eating spaces, yes please.
Social pop-up spaces that have good internet connectivity. Oh, quick, in the last 20 seconds, Places that have a little list in the toilets that check the toilets every hour, we need the same thing for Wi-Fi. Somebody from the administration should be checking the connectivity of the Wi-Fi every hour.
Well,
there you go. There's a freebie.
There's our web native for this week.
That's probably the best one we've done in years. All right. See you later. Goodbye.